Welcome back. You're still watching Politics Tonight, digging beyond the headlines. I am now joined by the PDP candidate for Kosofe Federal Constituency of Lagos State, Florence Da-Costa Adepegba. She is an entrepreneur, counselor, and philanthropist. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, madam.
Good evening, and thank you for having me.
All right, so can you share with us your mission as a candidate seeking to represent Kosofe constituency in this coming election?
Thank you. For me, when I started, how I got into politics, the love of the people, the passion to serve, and have been doing few things in my own capacity. And I looked at it and I was like, how do I serve people in a larger capacity? So I know joining politics for me, like I tell people, is a ministry and is about the people. When you love your people, you just want to serve. So, and I know through politics, I will be able to do much more than what I was doing at that time. And ever since I joined politics, I give God the praise that I'm able to get to this stage, and I have a whole lot of things that I want to do for my people, and contesting and representing the people of Kosofe Federal Constituency as a way for me to reach the heart of the people and to serve them very well.
All right, so considering let me ask you, how intensified has your campaign been, considering how intense the political space has been in the past few weeks? What has been your experience like?
Thank you. We know that politics is grassroots. It's about the people. And what we've been doing so far is to reach out to people, to campaign, and to tell them what we have in store for them. Of course, we need to create awareness, which we've done, we've really tried. But the disappointing part of it is that every time we put up a banner and we put up posters, 2 days after, we have the ruling party covering the whole of our posters up, and pulling down our banners. So we looked at it because we know we can't match them posters for posters, and we don't have that resources, to roll out thousands of posters every 2 days. So what we do is, when you tear up our posters, when you cover up our posters, once we have a relationship with the people, you can't take away what they have in their hearts. You can't. And one thing about the people is that they know who are sincere and who really want to serve. So what we've tried to do over time is to develop this relationship with the people of Kosofe and to let them know the reason why we want to do this.
All right. So some youth recently popularized a slogan, "No water, no vote." What will you do to address this problem?
Well, in Kosofe, we know we have the issue of water because we have some areas in Kosofe that has a lot of water issue. Some areas are okay, like we have some in, like Ajegunle. When you're coming from Odogun, the whole of Ajegunle, they don't have water. And we know what people go through. We buy water. I live in Ajegunle, and we buy water there. And we have some places in Alapere, we have some places in Bagada that they don't have water. We buy water. So, and these are the things that we look into on how to provide our people with water, because nobody can do without water. Water is very important.
Right, so how do you intend to address this problem?
Well, coming into the government, the first thing we do is, once we identify the challenges, and, number one thing, we have to look for, a good place to bring up borehole. The people need borehole. We have, we can power it with solar, so that, because we know the issue of electricity in the whole of the country. So we can come up with it, and we partner with, organizations, we partner with, big industry on how to help people, because at times, this is going to be a very, very huge project. and we might not be able to finance it, but when you partner, you're able to do much more. And we do this, you know, one LCDA to the other, and we make sure that the people get access to the water.
All right. Kosofe local government has some riverine areas that makes it prone to ecological problems. And it's also known that in some areas like K2, some people still transport themselves by canoes to a place like Abui. How do you intend to address this very pressing issue?
When you look at Abui, I don't see any reason why Abui can't have a bridge. I don't see any reason why Agboyi can't have a bridge that can link the riverine, you know, the riverine to the main Agboyi K2. And how do you do this? The first thing, like I tell people, is once I get into the house, you know, I can't just do this on my own. I develop a relationship with my people, you know, in the house. We looked at this, you know, and we try to, you know, to say, okay, this is what my people want. This is how we need to address this. We take it a step at a time. And, but by building bridge, you know, for the people of Agboyi, we really help them a lot.
All right, madam. Now, let's talk about the primary election which was initially cancelled, following a petition by one of your other rivals, that's Olakunle Koya, who later stepped down for you for the sake of peace in the party. So, going forward, how united is the party ahead of the election?
Well, in Kosofe Federal Constituency, PDP is well united. In every family, we have challenges. But the ability to realize this and come together and work together as one body is very important. Olakunle Koya is my boss, if I must say, because he's been in politics before I joined. And he's a good man. And after the primary, we've been able to do reconciliation, and we have been working together.
So what are your chances, what are the chances of PDP in your constituency?
We have a very high chance, I must say, because, you know, we've, in Kosofe Federal Constituency, PDP have not ruled before. And right now, we tell people the reason why we need PDP in Kosofe. And for the past years, you know, we've seen what is going on. I don't want to mention names. I don't want to mention any party. We've seen what has been going on. And, you know, coming in and doing what we know how to do, we know we have a very high chance.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about specifics. But for now, let's take this commercial break. I'll be right back.
Nigeria needs focused leadership to take decisive action to end insecurity, reposition our economy for businesses to thrive, and restore total peace in the land. Tinubu is the right man for the job. Through innovation and technology, he will reposition Nigeria for businesses to thrive. Nigeria will export more and import less. Tinubu will reposition the agricultural sector for food security and improve farmers' welfare. Electricity will be reformed for a brighter Nigeria. Health, education, and housing will be more accessible and affordable. Nigeria will be transformed into an entertainment powerhouse, a home of sporting achievement, and a renowned tourist destination. Tinubu's government will build a Nigeria where we prosper together. He has done it before, and he will do it again for Nigeria.
For renewed hope 2023, vote Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Senator Kashim Shettima as President and Vice President of Nigeria. Vote APC.
Hello Nigerians, my name is Kashim Shettima. I'm the APC Vice Presidential candidate. Here we have 1,776 orphans, vulnerable orphan girls from Northern Borno. All of them victims of Boko Haram, or housed and educated, getting the best that the nation has on offer. Look at this edifice. It's about one of the best schools in the nation. And this has been replicated along the length and breadth of Borno and further sustained by Governor Babagana Umara Sulu. Get us into office. We promise you such edifices will be replicated across the length and breadth of this nation. Vote wisely, vote Bola Tinubu for the presidency of Nigeria come February 25th.
Welcome back to Politics Tonight, and I still have with me the PDP candidate for Kosofe Federal Constituency, Florence Da-Costa Adepegba. All right, let's go to the second lap of the program. For years, the PDP has struggled to win Lagos State. Do you see that changing in this election?
Yes, I see that's changed because when you look at it, you know, most especially in Lagos State, you look at what has been going on. And, you know, another political party have not tested the government in Lagos State. And I think the people of Lagos State wanted to test another government. So, and I know that by trying my party, there's going to be a lot of difference. And we have a very high chance. People are tired.
Oh, is it about testing or being able to deliver?
It's being able to deliver because we have a whole lot in store.
Store like what?
You know, I could speak for my constituency, you know. Right in Kosofe Federal Constituency, we know we have, Kosofe is the second largest, you know, when it comes to the population of voters in Lagos State after Alimosho local government. And when you have people who come out to vote to exercise the civil rights, you know, you look at what you're giving them in return. And in Kosofe, if you look at my agenda, I have so much for the youths in particular. We have programs for the youths, we have for the women, you know, we have a whole lot to do. And when you look at the number of children that are out of school, you think, why are these children not in school? And there are ways of going about this. Before now, even when I'm not in government, I've been able to, with the help of some friends, I've been able to sponsor few children into the, you know, into a private polytechnic. And I know with, you know, being in government, we'll be able to do more because there are people to partner with. There are organizations that we can partner with. And there are so much private schools here in Kosofe. And there are ways we go about this that we can talk to them and partner with every school. I come to your school, I meet you, we talk about it. This is what you get for school fees. And I tell you, I have 10 children that I want to sponsor. You know, we come together, we get people. We have people who have these resources, but they don't know what to do with it. They really want to help, but they don't know how to go about this. And this is where partnership comes in. When we go to schools, we talk to schools, we talk to individuals, we talk to organizations, we talk to multinationals. We bring these children, and let's say we have about 50 schools, you know, for examples. I talk to each of them. I have 10 children in each of the schools. That's a whole lot. You know, and we keep doing this. After that, we also talk to, you just don't finish your secondary school and stay at home. Okay? You know, we help you in tutorial on how to get your complete credit for your WAEC results. From there, you know, you write your GEM, you go ahead to the institution, we collaborate with, you know, institutions, especially private university, private institution, polytechnic universities, technical schools. We have a whole lot of them and who are really good. So we talk to these people, they give us a very, very good subsidized rates for the children, and we get these children into school and make sure we monitor what they do in the school. That's one of so many things we could do for the youth. And when you talk about empowerment, you know, when you look at the women, there's so much we can do for our women. There's so much. I'm not going to empower you just giving you a token. When I know that you have so much debt to settle, when I know that the token I've given you, you just go home and before you know it is off. No, I'm not going to do that. There are ways we train people. You train them not just giving them money, but you train them on how to manage their business, on how to manage money, on how to save. And by the time they are done with the training, when we empower you, if I have the resources to empower, let's say 2,000 women, maybe with 50, 100,000 naira, I'd rather empower 100 women with so much amount, maybe like a 500, a million, that they can use to establish themselves. And we set up a monitoring team. You don't empower and forget it like that. You set up a monitoring team for these people that monitors them. And when you look at our locality, people do what we call a job. And we make sure amongst the monitoring team, we do a job for those people. We come to you and we collect your ajo every month. And that is your savings, which is very important. You know, we make sure you know, is a must. You do a job. So when we collect that every month, after every 6 months, we do a review on what you've done so far. And by then, we help you put this money together and put it back into your business to grow the business. And when we look at people, like we have some children who will tell you, I don't want to go to the university, I want to learn hairdressing, I want to learn tailoring, I want to learn this and that. How do we also give them vocational training. When we are done with that, if I have like 50 children or 50 people who have done the training, what else do? I just don't leave them, give them equipment and just leave them like that. No, I'm not going to do that. What we do is we set them up. By the time they are done with the training, we get them a shop, you know, where we can buy equipment, equip them. You know, they start their business. Once they start their business, we have a monitoring team that goes there to monitor how they are performing, what they're doing, and they have a savings plan. It's a must. These people must have a savings plan. And when they have we go there and collect their savings. And by the time, you know, let's say 6 months.
All right, madam. Interesting, I must tell you. But then let's still talk about women, but this time women representation in politics and governance in Nigeria, which is still on a lower rate. And it's also interesting to see that your opponent in the APC is also a woman. What can be done to improve this?
Well, for me, I'm going to mentor a lot of women. It's not just, you know, contesting because I'm a woman. I need to encourage our women because women are going through a lot. You know, people say nasty things about women once they see you in politics. They tag you, they give you names, they say negative things, they want to attack your home. And we need to build up an institution where we train women, young women coming up, because we really need the youths. We train them, we tell them what to do, and when it comes to your standard, we build up a standard for women. Women can represent us very well, and so I'm going to do a lot by building an institution and mentoring them.
All right. Let me ask you this, because I already spoke about it. Your rival in the APC, Kafilat Ogbara, is also a woman. How do you feel about this?
It's good. For me, it's a good thing that I have another woman.
You do not feel intimidated?
No, not at all. Because I know what I want to offer my people. You know, I've never been in government, and I can tell you my opponents have been in government. What have you done so far? Do you understand? What have you done? What have you done for people? That should also speak. I was never in government, but I can tell you a few things that I've done for my people in my little way. So being in government, that shows I'm going to do much more.
All right, Madam Da-Costa, what is your message to your constituents?
Well, I would like to tell my people, remember that Florence is young, she's coming to serve, she's passionate about the people, she cares so much about her people, and there's something I must say, you know, when you look at the ruling party, it's so saddening that we have all of the candidates, you know, not well represented. Christian in the, you know, in politics in Kosofe is not well represented. And looking at my party is balanced, but looking at the ruling party, they have all Muslims representing Kosofe. And the people who live in Kosofe Federal Constituency, we have the Muslims, we have the Christian, we have the traditional people. And I think when you have a government that is fair, the best thing is to carry everybody along. So I want to tell you, my people, remember, this is about your future. Think and vote wisely.
All right, thank you very much, Madam Florence Da-Costa Adepegba. She is the PDP candidate for Kosofe Federal Constituency. Thank you very much for coming on Politics Tonight as we discuss your ambition and mission for Kosofe Federal Constituency. And we wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But the conversation continues from here. Get in touch with us on Twitter at TVCNewsNG and at Olajumoke using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVCNewsNigeria. Join us for the repeat episode at midnight and tomorrow for another edition of Politics Tonight, digging beyond the headlines. I am Olajumoke Olatunji. Goodbye.
Hello, madam. Would you like to join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I have been using it for years.
Oh, madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes.
To disinfect your toilet, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains removal. Harpic sticker formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleaning.
Wow! Now I'm convinced, Helen Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
The next house is yours.
Good morning.
Good morning. Why is your sun shining like this?
Can't you see that Harmattan season is here? We need to protect our children from this dry weather.
What about the invisible germs?
Invisible germs?
During Harmattan, it's not enough to only protect your skin. You also need protection from these invisible germs. To protect our families, we use Dettol.
Harmattan season brings a lot of germs, but Dettol with Germ Defense gives protection from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Be Dettol sure.
Never miss a moment. Instant breaking news from all over the globe. Live streaming of your favorite programs delivered directly to you. Watch anytime from anywhere on your mobile or smart devices. Download the TVC News app today. Available on Google Play and Apple Store.